What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I really want to break down the importance of patience and how my trading day today was saved, and it was crucial for me to have patience on a second entry to the upside. Coming into the trading day, I was watching a very key supply level on the SPY ETF at $436 per share. Now, into the morning, we got a very aggressive squeeze through that level. I missed that long entry. I did not catch the upside this morning over that 436 level. I am very open to admit that I was not able to catch that. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't prepared for that 436 level. This was also a previous double top high on the SPY over the last two trading days. Now, instead of chasing that upside, instead of feeling like I missed it, feeling like I have to be a part of it, I had to sit back and understand, hey, I didn't catch that first trade. Let's stay patient for the next entry. And that's where I want to get into it today, right? Waiting for that real entry to show up on the market. If you missed that first original move, don't feel like you have to be a part of it. Accept that you missed it and wait for that second entry. That is the aspect of patience in trading that I think is very important and definitely helped me come out of today with a profitable day. Before this second trade, I was red on the day, and after some patience waiting for my entry, I was able to turn green, and I really want to break this down in today's video. I think it was a great example today, and I think the chart today shows a lot, so hopefully you guys can learn from today's video. So guys, here is the SPY ETF. This is on the 5-minute chart over the last 3 trading days. Now, what we can see is that I'm going to go ahead and turn on the after hours so that we can see the last 3 trading days very clearly. We can see here last Friday, we had a pretty decent rejection up there around 436. Into yesterday, into Monday, the first day of the trading week, we saw that 436 rejection show up again, right? So we knew, hey, if we're under 436, let's be a little bit careful on the long side. Let's not try to long into the levels that previously rejected on both Friday and Monday, right? Logical thing to be cautious of. We don't want to be longing into those levels that have already showed us the rejections both yesterday and Friday. So coming into today's trading day, if we look at the open and we go ahead and zoom in here on the 5-minute chart, we can see the day opened and we had a pretty aggressive move to the downside off that 436 level, right? Giving me that idea of, hey, I think I'm correct. I don't think I want to long into this 436 level. I want to be a little bit cautious here. We had a pretty aggressive downside off that 436. That was that previous double top that we just talked about. So we moved lower, right? We did hold on and we pushed back into that level and saw a rejection again. But ultimately, right, if we look at this 5-minute chart, what ultimately happened today was that we did end up squeezing over that 436 level. Now, during this time period, right, this time period on the market, this is a difficult time period on the market. Now, why is that? Right? Why is that squeeze right here? Why is this so difficult for me as a trader and for many others as a trader if they're using these supply and demand levels? Now, the reason why is because we as a supply and demand trader, at least me who's trading off these levels, right? After I see that supply get taken out and I see a straight up squeeze, right? I don't have the ability to chase that move because at this point, I need us to come back down to that 436. I need to see us retest that level and prove that it's now going to turn into a support, right? This is a tough time period on the market because this is a vertical upside move. And at this point, you're either chasing, right? You either have to chase this move for maybe some type of upside, or you just have to sit it out. So for me today, I knew, hey, you did not catch any longs over that 436. The market was going straight up. I can't get behind entering the market long on that type of a move, right? That's just not the type of trader I am. I need to be able to see that 436 get tested, wait for it to prove to me that it's going to hold, and then I can create an actual long entry. If we look at these candles over 436, what's the idea there, right? Where's the structure? Where's the actual trade idea other than, hey, the market's going up, it's squeezing to the upside, and I just should enter it long, right? Where's the stop loss? What's the trade plan? What is the idea of that trade? And for me, in my opinion, just longing here is just not a game plan. It's not something that you will consistently be able to follow over a long period of time. Sure, right, you could enter here, little scalp there, take some profits, right? Of course, that will always be available on the market. But I like to think long term. And long term, taking this trade just doesn't quite make sense, right? Taking just a little scalp here for a little bit of a percent gain, it's just not a trade that I think will make you profitable over the long term. So at this time today, if you guys were in the Discord hearing the voice chat, I was sort of stuck, right? In this time frame, I was stuck. I said to the group, hey, I can't take any trades here. We're above my 436 supply, which would tell me don't short the market, right? There's no reason to be shorting here. But on the same side, at the same time, not going to go ahead and just long at this random spot. And this is where patience is heavily rewarded, right? Because at this moment in time, let's just say, let's think back to what we were thinking during this time. Most traders are not going to think that we're going to pull back, right? Your mind is going to say, hey, it's not going to pull back. You got to get in now, right? That's what your mind is telling you. That's what your FOMO is telling you. It's saying, hey, you squeezed, you got to get in. It's not going to pull back. You're going to miss out on everything. That's what your emotions are telling you at that time. But I can guarantee you over a long period of time, right? Over the long test of trading, you're going to want to be the guy or the girl that waits for the pullback. You're going to want to be the person that waits for the pullback, gets the actual quality entry, rather than feeling like you have to be a part of every squeeze that goes on the market. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because about an hour and a half later, you guys can probably see what happened, right? And if we go to this market, right, if we go out to the last few days, look at the level that the SPY ended up pulling back from into that 436, right? And perfectly retesting the previous double top highs and perfectly retesting the breakout point that you either chased and lost on or just felt that FOMO off of, right? This was the FOMO trade, that squeeze over supply that really didn't provide an entry, but you just felt like you had to be a part of. However, I can once again state here in this video today, the retest still happens and the retest still works beautifully. So you can see we got a pullback to that retest. We maintained above that previous high, that previous double top high. We retested that level, and this is where patience is rewarded and a real trade plan can be structured, right? Because we can say, hey, we got the squeeze, we got the pullback. I know I want to see us stay above 436. That's the previous double top high. And now that we're trading above it, I can use that level as my place to go long, and I can use it as my stop loss. Structuring that idea, having a trade plan you can follow, and something you can do consistently over and over and over again. So today, we got that 436 pullback. And this is where my patience was rewarded. I entered the market long at 436. I'll pop up the entries on the screen for you guys to see. I'll also pop up where I actually talked about this on my Twitter account today, so make sure to follow that as well. This was that late day entry that gave all those traders who were waiting, staying patient, waiting for that real setup to occur, this is where they were rewarded. The patience instead of taking the squeeze trade, the retest, the actual trade entry, the structured long, this was the reward for some of you guys out there. I'm sure some of you guys saw this as well. This was a perfect break and retest off that level. I wanted to make this video because I think it is very important as newer traders come into the market to not feel like they have to be a part of these squeezes, right? At the time, right, as you're watching this market move higher, let's just say this is what the market looks like at the time. You're seeing a really monster squeeze to the upside. You are going to want to enter long, right? This is going to get your emotions going. This is where majority of traders start entering the market without any type of plan, and ultimately those pullbacks happen, which end up faking them out, scaring them out. They take losses and they don't understand why, right? So this is why I really love and will continue to reiterate the break and retest strategy, because the retest, requiring a retest, will remove that emotion. It will force you to stay patient, and it will force you to wait for that breakout point to get retested and for it to prove to you that it will turn into a new demand. That is exactly what happened on the market today. We got the aggressive squeeze, the emotional squeeze over 436, but as always, we get the retest, and the retest provides the long entry, which was beautiful today. That's really what I wanted to talk about in today's video. I hope that this illustrates the importance of patience. I hope that this illustrates that nothing will just continue to move higher, and when you see those squeezes, require yourself to wait for the retest. Require yourself as a trader, have some discipline as a trader to wait for that pullback and to find the structured long entry. Even if I was to lose on this entry here, right? At least at the end of the day, I could walk away and say to myself, hey, you waited for the retest, you waited for that structured trade, you didn't enter long at the highs, right? And you waited for something to actually set up, which is something you can be very happy with when you walk away from your trading day. In today's case, it worked out beautifully. Beautiful break and retest. You guys saw the entries. I'll pop them up on the screen again. Unfortunately, I don't have this one recorded live. It was around 1 o'clock in the day, which is way later than I usually trade, so I didn't have the recording still going, but this was a really nice late day break and retest. I think it really illustrates the importance of patience, not chasing a move, and waiting for that retest to set up. So that's really all that I had for you in today's video, guys. It's going to be a quick one. I have some things I have to do tonight, and I will not be on the live stream tomorrow morning, so I wanted to make sure if you're watching this video, make sure you know that. Tomorrow morning, no pre-market live stream, but we'll be back at it on Thursday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are enjoying the content on the channel. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the live stream early Thursday morning. Have a fantastic rest of your night, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.